While learning to play drums as a kid, my teachers would always come back to this concept of musicality. The idea of musicality in playing music may seem redundant, but they were speaking to the idea of transcending the technical elements of performing and getting to a place where you're speaking through the instrument, where the instrument becomes an extension of your body. On the drums, this means learning all the physical nuances of these vibrating pieces of wood and metal, being able to control the different tones that come from different parts of the ride cymbal, knowing what to expect when you dig the bass drum beater into the head instead of letting it bounce off. It means learning how to compose a musical sentence just by hitting the snare drum in different ways, learning to speak through the drums.
I feel like as a drummer, pressing buttons on Ableton doesn't really come naturally to me, and so the reason why I love playing sensory percussion is that I'm able to do what I do best, and now I have this whole other library to express what I love to do.
I've tried all kinds of triggers and MIDI interfaces and E-drums, but what I found was that they all lack that capacity for nuance and sensitivity to touch that makes the drums a musical instrument. There was no real bridge between the art of drumming and electronic sound. So I decided that drummers deserve something better. Something that would allow for the subtle and nuanced playing in an acoustic kit, but allow for the limitless creative potential of electronics. Something that truly bridges the gap between the acoustic and the digital.
The possibilities are kind of dizzying. I've played with like triggers before a bunch, and this is like a totally different thing. It'll spit out information that's really like malleable, sophisticated, and very like human.
Once you get the sensor attached to your drum, it's a quick and easy setup process to teach the system how your drum sounds. You simply play your drum in all the different ways that you want the system to respond to. And then you can assign whatever samples you want to respond to those different sounds. But triggering multiple sounds is the most basic thing sensory percussion can do. Beyond that, the system actually understands the spatial characteristics of your drum sound, and you can use that to play between two different sounds. And you can also use that to control continuous effects. And once you get this set up on multiple drums and have effects and sounds interacting, the creative potential is limitless.
So like you want to do the training through volumes. Man, it changes. It'll change people as a drummer though, where you can use dynamics so more effectively. Yeah, so much more effective. All of a sudden, I can take all the skills that I've been honing my entire life and apply it to drum machines, keyboards, vocals, like anything you possibly you can think of. Yeah, that's the thing that excites me so much. I don't know. Can't wait.
We partnered with the Design Compendium in Brooklyn to build a custom microphone sensor that fits most drums and is built for stage use. It's tough, looks great, and enables sensory percussion to work on multiple drums at the same time in loud environments like on big stages.
When we were brought on board, we identified that we needed to design a product that needed to connect to multiple drum types that could withstand the rigors of drumming, the impacts that it takes, but most importantly, that took advantage of modern production techniques.
We spent a lot of time trying to make a product that fit as many drums on the market as possible. Whether it was the connection to the rim or where the sensors are located to the skin. And it was that adaptability that makes just one aspect of why this is a unique design.
It's super exciting. As far as drummers being able to trigger things, it's like a completely radical change. I'm going to have to go back and rethink the entire process of writing the beats for the songs because there's so much more potential for what I can do.
It was basically very limited in terms of what you can do with drums, and I've always been very kind of jealous of what synth players and people who program and guitar players, that they have more flexibility with using drums in this age of electronics and making sounds. And now you can pretty much do anything you want to with this.
Really wild. I mean, there's certainly nothing like that.
Yeah, that I've ever seen.
That I've ever seen. it was awesome because there were these moments where I genuinely wasn't sure if it was me or you.
Yeah.
When I was writing stuff, and I was like, something is sidechaining, or like something is like that fuzz me, and then I would like pull something out, and I was like, oh, I can just strip this away because you were like shredding something, and then I felt like I could bring something back in, and it would kind of like lock up. It's very sympathetic.
Totally.
This is sensory percussion, a new kind of electronic drum that brings the art of drumming into the digital age.
We finished our electronics and we're wrapping up designing the sensor. We have our suppliers and manufacturers lined up and ready to go, but we need your help to get this finished and out into the world. We're at the point where we need the input from the Kickstarter community to make sure we deliver a great product that drummers will love using.
This, I feel like I can surprise myself playing with this technology.
Feeling like I'm in this like hypnotic world once I start playing.
It's like virtual reality.
And it can just open up, new possibilities.
I'm gonna be using it a lot in the future, for sure, definitely.